Here is your weekly AstroYoga forecast, full moon in Pisces edition 2023. So this week on Wednesday, we have the full moon in Pisces at 7 degrees Pisces. This full moon at first glance is relatively unaspected, with only a conjunction with retrograde Saturn. So it would be tempting to interpret this full moon as simply letting go of something, for example, letting go of old boundaries or of old restrictions which you have placed upon yourself in order to see what surrender actually does for your lived manifest reality. Now, that would be the tempting piece of the puzzle, and of course it is something to be considered, but you also want to pay attention right now to the shifting patterns of retrograde. Most notably, we have Uranus retrograde at its very beginning stages. And we have Jupiter about to turn retrograde. So it will be at the final degree before it retrogrades. And Venus squaring off with Jupiter at the final degree of her retrograde before she turns direct. Now, Jupiter and Venus traditionally bring a lot of luck, but when they square off like this and they're both changing directions, what might be considered luck in the long term might not look like luck in the short term. So this is just a reminder to not judge your reality by external appearances alone. This is also one of the messages of Saturn. So what may appear at first glance to be a blessing might be actually a challenge for you to overcome, and what might appear at first glance to be challenging or downright bad luck might actually draw forth in the long term some qualities, skills, or circumstances that you will need to fulfill your biggest purpose in this life. And so this is just a reminder that no matter what happens in the short term and the long term, there are ways to make lemonade out of lemons, and there are ways to mess up even the best, easiest things that come your way. So Saturn is a reminder here that we do the inner work in order to experience greater levels of satisfaction in this life. This will be happening in your chart in particular places. If you're curious about that, I invite you to book a one-on-one astrology reading with me. Or if you want to have quick eyes on your chart every month for the new moon and the full moon, I invite you to check out the memberships through the International School of AstroYoga. I do those Ask Me Anything sessions through there, and there's a lot that can be gleaned each lunar cycle, as well as Ask Me Anything sessions on bigger topics. So that's about it for this week. There's always more to explore, but that will do if you just focus on finding the benefit through whatever your circumstances and allow yourself to enter into a state of surrender to the present moment so that you can take meaningful action in the now. Okay, you guys have a fantastic week.